Hello! So in this video, I'm going to be tanking Dragonmaw Retreat, my level 35 Paladin. Now, I am a little bit scared for this one, because just yesterday I did Windhorn Canyon, which I am already a little bit over-leveled for, and I was getting absolutely clapped. I am running a bit of leather gear. It's obviously pretty good, and I have like armor kits and stuff, but some of these new custom dungeons, they are kind of spooky. So I'm hoping I'll be able to handle this just fine. I also, I'm not running prot talents, I'm running ret stuff, because obviously it's better for leveling, but you can still tank with that. It's fine. And let me make sure I actually have Righteous Fury on. Yeah, I've heard this dungeon is somewhat challenging, and also extremely long. So, I am looking forward to it. This is the outside of it. Entrance is in there. Just ran around and picked up almost all of the pre-quests. There is apparently one that you need to do like a little chain in the wetlands for, which I've done everything up until this point. Defeat Nekrosh, and I guess there's another one locked behind that. I don't really care enough to do that. Doesn't really give any gear. I can see in like the little Atlas loot thing. None of the rewards are that worthwhile. Mostly at this point, with the server about to shut down, I just want to experience this dungeon. So I think... Okay, I'm not the highest level in the group. Actually, the rogue is slightly higher. But most of the people are around the intended level. Probably have like a solid spread. So, no level 60 carries. I did deliberately try to make sure I got the full experience. Obviously, these guys outside are a little bit weak. We'll probably need to kill this because I think the Warlock would probably still be low enough level to get threat on these. Also, I'm going to be honest, I normally like to do, more involved commentary and yapping in a lot of my videos, but for this, it is currently 2 a.m. time that I'm recording this run. I just woke up. I'm honestly amazed I even found people to run this at this time. And I have not had time to grab coffee, because I was planning to make some in like 30 minutes or so. And the group just kind of filled, and I didn't want to be like, alright, AFK 5 minutes. So, I'm doing this without any coffee, which should be fun. But it's also going to mean I won't have as much energy to do, like, constant yapping. So, it's going to be just a chill, low commentary dungeon run, for the most part. I think this... Okay, yeah. This looked like it was, based on the mini-map, the way we had to go. See the entrance over there. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but this is the first time I've actually done the dungeon. I think that kind of was implied based on the rest of what I said, but I don't know where to go, but that's half the fun of running these things. Just trying to figure out the routing as a tank. That's the entire reason why I even wanted to level on this server before it went down, because brand new World of Warcraft dungeons that I get to figure out the routing for on the fly as a tank, sign me the fuck up. System and no mages, so I am gonna have to chug a lot of water. Oh, actually have a decent amount of Rumsey Rum Black Label, but say no to more. After Windhorn Canyon, I'll take all the help I can get. I'm not gonna refresh any of my potions just yet, because I still have a few of these rolling, but I can... Why do I accidentally buffed myself with Wisdom? Can I do that? Why I did that? I need to buff myself with Spirit, and then... Oh, shit. Divine Spirit. And then Frost Oil. That person tried to trade me Frostile. I have a bunch, though. Sure, I'll take one more. Alright. I think that's everything I need. If I have realized I've forgotten a buff, I'll do it later. I also, because some of my buffs are still rolling from questing, I'm, like, maybe one of my flasks has expired and I haven't realized, and so I can just refresh that later on. Okay, so we are here. There is a boss nearby. I'm guessing we have to wrap up these ramps and then get to him. Beast is using utility. Honestly, a good sign. Oh, and I forgot to drink Rumsey Rum Black Label, which... That I should definitely do, especially since the Rogue traded me a few extras. And I think I have another stack of 10 on my bank alt, so... No better time to use it. Okay. That is a big pull. They're all gray, so I doubt it's going to be that difficult, which means it gives me an opportunity to do this in Goblet Sapper Charge. Which... God, I love using Sapper Charges. May as well use them, just speeds up the process. So the boss is... This looks like the way to the rest of the dungeon. I'm assuming that's this tunnel, and then this ramp looks like it will eventually lead to a boss somewhere up there. So we probably go there first. Stairs here. I also have... I got a fancy trinket from Windhorn Canyon. This thing here gives me 2% attack speed when I use it, which is pretty nice for paladins. But since it has a 10-minute cooldown, I'm trying to save it for bosses. And there's a rework to the human racial in Turtle WoW, where it gives you 2% critical hit chance when you use it. So I can line that up for like a big on-pull chunk of threat. So far, the music's pretty cool. It's like ominous. Definitely fits the dungeon vibe. Need to stop and drink at some point. I think for now, as long as I don't use excessive consecration, I can coast for a little bit. And these mobs aren't really difficult. It's interesting how, with a lot of these dungeons, they did follow the classic design philosophy, where the level range kind of expands by a lot as you go through it. Or here, they're all level 26. They're all great for me. But I do know that the later sections are closer to like 32. So if you are a little bit under-leveled, you'll struggle. And maybe the decided intent is that you come back here multiple times. I think most people, though, approach it like this, where they just go in a little bit over-leveled, and they don't get much value out of the first few sections of the dungeon. It's not that big of a deal. And also, considering Windhorn Canyon started off the same, where, like, the first two areas were super easy, all the mobs were gray, it was, like, full payphone mode. And then we get to the later sections, and there's a mob that is still green, multiple levels below me, just chunking me for half my health bar. The difficulty curve in some of these still seems to be a lot more aggressive than it may appear. You want mana for the boss, mostly just so that I can carry it over into the next pull. Any. I gotta make sure I'm still hitting this to refresh Seal the Crusader. That is spooky. A decent amount of the bosses in Windhorn Canyon had threat resets. A threat reset immediately after an AoE fear can be a little bit scary. Obviously, this wasn't too difficult, but I'll have to keep that in mind for some of the later parts. This isn't hardcore, but I'd still like to avoid letting people die as a tank if I can. It's kind of my entire job. Oh wait, I did make coffee. Wait, when did I make coffee? Huh. Okay, this is cold coffee. You know what I think happened? I think right before I went to bed, I made another mug of coffee. I completely forgot about it. And then I just have it sitting here on my desk. And I looked over, I'm like, wait, that's a full mug of coffee. Alright, hell yeah. Might have more energy than I think. It's cold, but cold coffee is still good, and also it's in my thermos, so it's not like completely freezing cold coffee. There's like a tinge of heat left, which is still perfectly fine for me. Also, fun little fact, yeah, since it's past midnight, it's technically my birthday at the time of recording. So that's cool. I think I probably won't post this for a few days, though, because I want to make sure that I have time to make, like, a thumbnail and whatnot, and that takes away precious time that I could still be leveling and seeing more of the server. So, all these will be posted after Turlau is officially shut down. Also, holy shit. Holy shit. This is a crazy view. You don't really get this much from regular classic dungeons. I'm assuming that the original design philosophy for some of the earlier ones is there's a lot of tight corridors because, like, render distances back in 2005 weren't that high. Like, goddamn. Like, if you can't look at an opening view like this and be just blown away, that is so fucking cool. This is a good opportunity for Sapper Charge. I have a lot of mana pots. Don't think I get... Yeah, I don't get to refresh Crusader Strike. Unfortunate. Are all of these areas part of the dungeon? Oh, no fucking way. No way, you have to jump the gap? That's the... Okay. What the fuck? Oh, that's so fucked. Oh, that is terrifying. That is... Wait, that is really easy to fail. Obviously, if I failed that, I'd probably just quit all versions of World of Warcraft. The final time. Like, I mean, there's... Oh. I would have been embarrassed if, after creating a jumping puzzle, I fail that. But yeah. That, for just a regular dungeon to have that is absolutely fucking crazy. As I've seen people fail the jump in Wailing Caverns. I mean, crazy in a good way. That is so fucking cool. I love that design. Alright, where do we go? There's another broken bridge up here. Okay, but we can't get there, right? Yeah. So there's no way to reach that. Just over there. Let's just do... Well, here, I'll drop Consecration. Back. So the closest boss is probably that purple one. It looks like that's over there. And I'm guessing we want to clear out as much of this walkway area as possible before dropping down. But there definitely are bosses in the lower areas. Also, I think, yeah, I need to refresh blessings. So, lights, lights, lights. Stone, stone. In 5 or so minutes, I need to refresh my flasks. Up a consecration here. I want this guy in my consecration, though. Mana potion, another consecration. This guy in here. Oh, it's a bow enemy. We probably go that way after. Oh, they pulled something. You know what I'm going to do? Face check this, and then we'll pull down LOS onto the stairs. Oh, my old retail guildies saw this. They would be making fun of me, because every M+ dungeon I always pull things on the stairs. But it, like, I don't know, stairs kind of work a lot of times. Retailed obviously sucks because the ground effects never show up half the time, but this works out. Anna. Wonder if there's probably no easy way to drop down from the top here. Okay, so there is looks like a little walkway there that wraps around. So, were we meant to do this? Oh, this is such a weird dungeon layout. It doesn't seem like if you drop down there is another way back up, other than just, like, obviously retracing your steps. This is, I think, the final area, though. So I'm going to do this, and then we'll double back after. Damn, Holy Nova actually hits pretty hard. I used the Sapper Charge, and he's still keeping up with me. Baby. It's like doing more damage. God damn. Okay, Priest AoE is fucking crazy. This is a boss. Okay. So we should have just enough time to kill this, and then I can refresh my buffs. And then... Sure. Friends. More friends. We go to the lower area. I figure we should kill this while we're nearby.
I have been tasked to keep our sacred flame. Do not test me.
Spike. Okay, that's something on the ground. Taunt and then out.
You have no place here.
I also forgot to open with Seal the Crusader, so that's probably gonna lower my damage a little bit. I'm honestly not even sure what I can get from this place in terms of usable loot. I think most stuff is kind of bad for me. That was... Who was that? Garlock Flamekeeper. Fire damage sword. Should probably not walk around here with Atlas loot covering my screen, though. Unless I want to accidentally take a dive. When I get to the bottom here, I can refresh buffs. Also need... That's... I used my Agi Flask, use that. This, and then Troll's Blood. Just so I can keep all my buff timers synced, I'll use that as well. Don't need to use Spirit Scroll, because priests finally have Divine Spirit at this level, which is nice. Where's that skeleton going? Can we... Hold on. There's no way around there, right? Because there's no bosses here. We can avoid probably drop down. Actually, if we have to clear this on the way back, like there's only one way. No, because we can go around, right? Yeah, so we can do this. So we can just take this little back area. That way we don't need to pull those mobs. It looks like this connects. Here, there's like a little passage. Yeah, this should be fine, because the only boss down here is all the way in the far end. This. Didn't need to pull that pack. I also think for some of these weaker mobs, I haven't really been using it at all. Where is Seal of Wisdom? Yeah. I honestly probably should be doing that. Just throwing on Seal of Wisdom for like these single mobs, that way I can regen mana in between pulls. It's probably worthwhile. Melee attacks have a chance to restore mana. Okay, so it's... I don't think I even need to bother with the Judgment. Oh, this actually restores a good amount. Okay, I don't know why I haven't been doing this... I don't know, the other 35 levels. However long it's been since I've had this thing. But not having to stop and drink constantly is going to make things so much faster. I used wrong seal. Some places with line of sight issues. Oh yeah. So I'll have to be careful to not outrange the healer. This is the boss, right? The Cavern Brood Owner. Shit. They should be fine. Nice, I kept my Crusader Strike stacks. Here. Let's see the other Crusader. Rinse myself there. A trinket, okay. I'm gonna pass on that because I already have two very good trinkets, but that's pretty cool that that exists. And I'm guessing there's no other way back up from here. Does not seem like it. I think we just retrace our steps. Oh, no, actually, I'm blind. There is one more boss. Okay. Which is this way? No, further. It is... No, it is this way. It's there. Right? Yeah, it is there. Because it says there's a path here, but there's crystals in the way. Boss, this way. Make this jump? Okay. It looks like there is on the map. Yeah, okay, Webmaster Torkron. Nice. On a little skip. Honestly, like, pulling those 3 mobs would not be an issue at all, but I don't know, there's something always fun about skips. It's kind of a shame because I feel like in a lot of versions of Classic, people just end up taking all the fun out of skips, especially when it's forced, right? How do I want to do this? Like, if people only know how to do a dungeon with the skips, then it's lame. But the experience of finding this, cool little skip, especially, like, jumping over lava, that's, I think, an essential part of Classic dungeon runs. And it's... So that should be able to refresh Crusader Strike before it falls off. I only just saw the spiders like 1 second before I pulled. I guess it makes sense, his name is Webmaster. Just accidentally need. Fragment of Algorand. That's kind of an all need or all greed thing. So I guess I'll greed, because I have no idea what it is. Oh. Now we can go back upstairs. Should be able to just retrace our steps here and be fine. Oh, it even says lower in Atlas Loot. I did not see that before. Jump the lava. That belt would have been neat, obviously, if it drops. But I think 6 strength, 9 stamina. Actually, yeah, I don't even think I would have used that over Cobran's grasp. This belt is so insanely busted for its level. Level 19. Wild. The wall here. Let's go back. While I run... Well... Wisdom... I'll just refresh my... So now the question is, do we take this wraparound area? Which I think we would, because I've already killed this boss. The next boss, like, this all connects up. So if we kill these 2 bosses, it should converge in that area. And we take the right path. Okay. For a second I thought the rogue was going to pull, but they're level 36, so I think all the mobs are also great for them. I'm gonna pull this guy. I also think the whelps we need for quests, so those are definitely worth pulling. maybe the final boss room is locked then? I mean, they are tradable, right? So... I also have Sephorium charges, which I feel like they should work at this level. If they don't work on locked doors in a level 30 dungeon, then what the fuck are they for? Crusader Strike. I think to last bosses, I was here once and not a full run. Okay. I'm hoping that, worst case scenario, I can use my Sephorium charges, but since the tablet key thingy is tradable, I think even if the wrong person picks it up, we should still be fine. So I'm not too concerned. While I can. Oh, this is a boss. Okay.
These holes are a sacred place. You can go no further.
Let my stacks fall off. Ah.
To the great beyond.
Oh! I mean... That's actually kind of good. Because obviously spell damage buffs Consecration and stuff. So that is a really nice Paladin shield. Oh, I see. Pedestal of Unity. Ah, and that gives you the key. Ah, okay. Didn't realize it showed up in Atlas Loot. Now, the problem with this shield is it would be good, but I need to put a shield spike on it. Now, I have another shield with, like, strength and agi in my bags, but that's, like, level 37. I wonder if this is better. Might just be better. Like, how much is... I think, what is it? The shield that I was planning on using. It's, like, plus 7 strength, plus 2% block. Is the effect on it? Obviously, that does slightly improve the value of shield spike. But this shield improves the value of Consecration. Which, especially on larger AoE pulls, I think is a larger source of my damage. Like, the shield spike has, you know, it's done okay, but it's not that impactful. Okay, we definitely back up. I'm gonna try to get some mana real quick. Okay, pulling that is...
Unidentified intruder detected.
All my stuff working. stacks of Crusader Strike. Destruction measure 13. Okay, that does not sound good. Kinda hurts. I have a healing potion, obviously, if I need it. Probably stop using Judgment at this point. We can stun this, nice. Definitely getting mana, and then I think I should just re-blessing after this. I could probably use Seal of Wisdom eventually. I mean, I'm at full mana at this point, so no reason to. There's not a boss for at least a little while. Good. Back here. So, like, now... Oh. Golem Runestone. Alright, I guess that was just a low drop chance. Now I can just use Seal of Wisdom. What does judging this do? Oh, it just applies a mana debuff to them. Oh, and then I immediately apply the wrong seal. Oh, and then I can just refresh that. So against a boss, I could just repeatedly restore mana. I mean, I wouldn't want to, obviously. That's less damage, but it's good to know. It probably, for tanky mobs, like these golems, it would probably be worth then actually judging it. So that would give me net more mana restoration, I think. Okay, actually, never mind. The golem is not as tanky as I thought. My muscle memory just immediately defaults to Seal of Commands. I have a lot of mana, though, so we're probably fine. Should be a boss coming up. Here, there's a boss somewhere nearby. It says it's right around here. I'm guessing it's somewhere in this mess of crates. Or it's the named mob literally directly in front of me because I'm fucking blind. Yeah, that is well. What? Lightwell? Okay. Damn, he has that already. Alright. Holy shit, this mob hurts. Okay, I'm not going to try to get threat on the veteran just yet. I'll ramp everything up. It gives me a little bit of breathing room, and now... No. The rogue's also high enough level to tank a few melees. Another boss over there. So we would need to pull these. Drag this back. I think from here we could probably hug the wall to get to the next area. So we can thread the needle. I'm gonna just wait, though. Because I don't know if one of them is gonna accidentally pull. Let's do Seal of Wisdom for this, because it's not too spooky. Quick sip.
The destiny of our clan is set in stone. You cannot change fate.
Nice. I love when bosses can be stunned. Big caster pants, but leather, so... Oh, wait. Chest back here. Chest of Dathronag. Is this where the key is? I really want to see if I can just blow open the door. I crafted those Sephorium charges, and I've been waiting for an opportunity to use them. So if they are worthless, I will be very sad. Oh, fuck, we have friends. Okay, I have threat. This is my fault for just running ahead. But we can use the stairs. Have lay on hands if needed. That's what I love about sapper charges. There's no way I could have gotten that snap threat if I didn't have that. Okay, I should have been a little bit more careful there. Rebuffing quick. Time as any. We can make our way up here. I think there's only one boss, or no, there's 2 bosses left. Okay. Really glad the healer didn't die. I'm guessing they got threat, because they got pummeled pretty badly. Or maybe somebody else pulled, and they got healing threat. Either way, it worked out. I was debating using lay on hands on them, but I figured that I had gotten threat back on all the mobs, so it looked like they were probably safe, and also, as long as they're not being actively attacked, they can throw themselves a heal. This, I'm going to use Seal of Wisdom. I'm going to immediately forget and do Judgment again. So. Okay. It. Okay, I think I should still have threat. So they should just be running after me. Yes, okay, so as long as I get back in time and get threat off the road, it's fine. I do not know how none of us died there. I mean, I'm glad that I reacted fast enough and bubbled that, but I'm very glad that the warrior didn't get clapped while they didn't have threat. Aw, shit. Okay. So we do need the key. I mean, it's entirely possible that the greater Seaphorium charges would work, because it did say skill not high enough. But they also could have just maybe set the skill to some inaccessible number so that you absolutely need to get the key. I think... Did Adabana get both halves? I know Adabana got the second one that we just did. Yeah, the chat doesn't go back far enough. Really cool little murals on the wall. I mean, if there's only 2 bosses left, I think my consumables will actually last me the rest of the way. Overall, how long have I been recording? Yeah, not even an hour so far. So this is nowhere near as long as I thought it would be. Maybe we just took a really efficient route. I mean, I was going to say the issue I had with Windhorn Canyon, not so much an issue. I think it's a cool part of the dungeon, is that place is just ginormous. And there are so many paths that you're forced to take. And all the mobs, like, are in these tight, linear, like, bridges and corridors. You can't really do any skips. So that just took forever. And because the mobs were so scary, I had to pull super safe. But, I mean, we've done some pretty aggressive pulls here. And I'm about the same level above this place as I was for Windhorn. Overall, I felt mostly fine. Outside of doing dumb stuff like getting knocked off a cliff. Oh, God. Also, yeah, so Divine Shield and Divine Protection share a cooldown. I was wondering what the difference was. I don't know why they're separate spells, but it looks like they are just kind of the same. I'll just keep Divine Shield on my bars then. Need to kill Orc Enchanters first. I'm guessing that's the next boss. Try not to pull him before that, he'll take almost no damage. I do kind of feel like a bit of an idiot for spending all that time leveling engineering and making my C4ium charges. They're not actually useful for anything. Yeah, but that's half the fun. You get all these little niche utility items in the hopes that one of them ends up being useful. So most of the time it isn't, but then when it does, and that moment hits, that's the joy of Classic. Should use Seal of Wisdom here. This is very spooky. I'm gonna wait on this patrol. And then back it back. It might... Okay, I wasn't sure if it would proximity those on the side. It looks like we can hug left here. We don't need any of that stuff. I don't think we need to pull the other guys to get mana. I see the boss at the end there. So we just need to pull any Dragonmaw enchanters. I mean, I'm guessing he patrols the entire length of this hallway. Still moving. Powered by magical fire, reduces damage taken by 95%. I'm just gonna wait then, not risk it. Let's turn back. So the enchanters are these guys. Okay. Music is fucking crazy cool. Guessing the dragon's path is close to being here. Oh no. Wow, he has a really long patrol. Okay, we could probably sneak across. What's his buff at? Still 95%, so it looks like we just need to get all of them. Pull these. We can go around the back, that way we don't need to wait on the patrol. Oh yeah, and there's enchanters back here anyway, so this works out. They're all along the edges of the room. These little pedestals, so I'm guessing 6 in total then. Use human racial, because it'll probably take more than 3 minutes to clear all this out. Probably we can still wrap around the backside of the ring. Would be faster. Consecrate and then refresh Crusader Strike. These nameplates are kind of fucking hard to read. I think nothing's behind me. Should be able to get this guy isolated. We'll need to pull those mobs to reach the exit of the dungeon at some point. So may as well do that now. Flame Lash, Fire Res. Roll still far. Need to make sure we're moving. As long as we get to the Enchanter platform. The warrior's just kind of sitting there AFK. I really hope he doesn't accidentally pull the dragon. Is not the place to AFK? The dragon's gonna stop, right? Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Oh, no, the warrior has AirPods and he can't hear us. I mean, if he accidentally pulls the dragon... Yep, that's exactly what happened. I mean, he's just dead. Die. Res. There's nothing that we can really do for him. As long as it just doesn't pull with us. Oh no, the imp. Oh no, the imp. Oh no, the imp. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, we're in combat now. Jesus. I mean, if Adabana thinks they can do that. I keep dropping threat. Oh, right, because I don't have... I can't do damage to it, so healing threat is just insta-ripping. Oh my god, that actually worked. I have no real mana. I can mana pot now. I can seal the Crusader and then get this rolling. Worst case, I can seal Wisdom and try and regen some mana. It's fine. Just need to make sure that I put my back to the wall. Tank in the corner here. That is the craziest shit I've ever seen of a rogue player do. Just going soloing a mob to get the buff off the boss. That is actually so fucking crazy cool. Nope. Get back here, dragon. I mean, that was a fucking godlike recovery.
Oh my god, what? Oh, that is such a sick sword. I'm gonna stick with one-hander and shield.
Okay, I can res, right? Well, after mana. Mana. Yeah, where is his body? I think he... there. I see. The imp getting thrown on the boss was also very unfortunate, but... God. So fucking cool. Okay, so this is actually the way to the final boss, I didn't realize. I think my buffs have enough time. I can refresh a Rumsy Rum. And... drink real quick. So then we can do a consecration pull with these mobs. So these... all I need to do is refresh Crusader Strike in a bit. I can also... I can judge this and then go back to Seal Wisdom, and then I get the extra mana regen. Alright. The, I guess, exit is in that other tunnel, and this is final room. You know what I'm gonna... Oh, I was about to refresh Crusader Strike on the rat. This, then refresh Crusader Strike. Can't tell if I have threat on everything, but we're probably fine. Okay, the Worm Guard was just targeting somebody else. Refresh Crusader Strike here. Water. I want to make sure I carry over Crusader Strike into the pull. I'll tick. For these mobs, I can just do Seal of Wisdom. And then final boss. Oh, nice. That was a big kill. I'm gonna let that guy start drinking. As long as he starts getting mana, and I don't let Crusader Strike fall off, we should be fine. So I'll give him... should be enough time.
The Dragonmaw clan shall live forever.
And then... Human Racial. Might be ads, so I need to be careful. Threat drop. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Okay. Okay. He's immune to stuns. Oh, that is really good fear. Just gonna healing pot. Just play it super safe. Okay, that is a pretty cool mechanic. Oh my god. Wait, that's actually... that's kind of disgusting, honestly. I mean, I'm the only one who can use that, I guess? I'll take it. Maybe I just even use that for leveling now. So that is a really good ret weapon.
Excellent.
And then, does everybody get the letter? Yeah, everybody gets the letter, so... it gives a quest, letter from Korlag Doomsong. And then... oh, this... damn, that guy's been leveling to 30 for a year. I mean, I guess in Classic, if you're chipping away at it over time. You probably won't be able to make it to Stormrot then, if he doesn't have that much time to level, but... I think that's the entire dungeon. Now there are some quests that I'll need to go turn in the wetlands, and... then at some point, I'm going to try and do Stormrot Castle later in this week. Presumably, if you're watching this, I will have either done Stormrock Castle on one of my streams, or I'll post a standalone video. That is my primary goal before the shutdown. But yeah, I will end the recording here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I think Turtle WoW has some really cool custom content. It's a shame we're losing it, but I think all we can really hope for at this point is that whatever Blizzard ends up doing for Classic Plus lives up to this level of quality, because, I mean, this is just so fucking cool. But yeah, I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Peace.